You know what this movie really needs? Is what he really needs? Another opinion of a straight white male. And we're anyway, all right. So I apologize in advance. Like it's been a fucking awful year. And right now, as many viewers know, I just got my cast off yesterday, and I just found out I have COVID today. So it's been an interesting week. So if I seem out of it, that's why. But we did get a chance to watch. She said, well, I got a chance to watch. She saw it way before me.
I saw it for the second time a week ago, and I saw it for the first time a week before that. Unfortunately, the film adaptation of Spoiler Alert, the Jim Parsons movie, which is coming out tomorrow or tonight or whatever, is pushing She Said out of my local theater. So we're a little late to the party on this review, but I am glad that we're doing it because I do think this movie.
I missed the last part of that sentence. What was that?
I am glad that we're doing this review because I do think this movie is worth seeing and worth talking about.
Yeah, for sure. This is a movie that definitely follows the recent Oscar trend of like Spotlight and was it The Note, whatever it was that Steven Spielberg one. That's very much
The Post.
The Post, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's very much about, like journalistic integrity, taking a look at a hot topic issue and walking through how everything was investigated, how everything eventually came to light, and letting that sit with it. Love Spotlight, wasn't a big fan of The Post.
Same.
And luckily this one that was definitely like, goddamn, I apologize. I'm just so fucking out of it because the hits just keep on coming for me lately. This one definitely finds a sweet spot, I think. In terms of what it wants to do and how it presents its story. It's not perfect. But that being said, I do think that it does do what a story like this should. And it's what's made Spotlight so good, which was present the information, let the audience react. Don't necessarily get preachy about it. Let the information speak for itself because it absolutely can and should.
Yes.
And if you don't have a negative reaction to the information you're getting, that says more about you than what the movie's about. So in the context of that, this movie is about the Harvey Weinstein sex predator scandal. I guess, well, scandal seems too light of a word. Sex predator crimes.
Behavior.
I'm gonna go with crimes.
Yes.
Crime seems more fitting. Because that's come back to jail. He deserves to be in jail.
Since
What do you say?
Yes, just that since the events depicted in this film in real life, he has officially become a convicted sex offender. So
good, he should. Fuck that guy.
Yes.
And
yes.
Arguably triggered the Me Too movement.
Not literally, because he's ugly as hell.
Oh, fair. That depends on his bunkmate. That's a bad joke. I shouldn't make that joke. Anyway, so it's about these two reporters whose name I forget. Do you remember them?
I remember the name of the, yes. Megan Twohey and Jodie Cantor. I don't know the name of the actress that played Megan Twohey, but Jodie Cantor was played by Zoe Kazan, who you and I know from The Big Sick a few years ago.
Oh, that was her in The Big Sick, wasn't it? Oh, I thought she looked familiar, but
yep, she looks really good with brown hair.
Yeah, she does. This is a case where, like, one thing I don't want to say annoyed by this movie, but it does feel like is kind of a danger of this genre. Is it does kind of cast a lot of these newspapers as kind of like the pinnacles of true information, which is not true, especially for the New York Times right now, which has a lot of very
Well,
transphobic opinion pieces going on right now that get wide circulation. Now,
to
granted,
be fair, the time depicted here was between roughly 2015 and 2017, 2018, is somewhere in that span. So it's not meant to be an indictment on the New York Times's reputation now, so much as a sort of capsule of what they were focusing on at that time.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get that point. Like, it's not, this is definitely a case where this wouldn't be the movie's fault necessarily, so much as just a side effect of making a movie like this, where whatever company you portray is going to be portrayed in that light by just virtue of it being in the movie. Now, granted, this movie isn't about the sketchier side of the New York Times, so like it gets a pass for that, but just a little tiny thing that really only annoys me. So not a big deal, not a deal breaker, just one of those things.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, like it kind of works. I was thinking about it,
fair
kind of
enough,
works in Spotlight because like the whole thing with Spotlight is a small group of singular reporters who were given one main task to complete. And it was brought on by new management as opposed to old management. So it was like new guard versus the old guard. And the old guard was very much kind of like opposed to even doing the kind of story. So it kind of made sense an outsider was the one to trigger the investigation that way. This one doesn't necessarily do that. It doesn't necessarily need to do that, but I'm just explaining the difference there. But anyway, so I mean, yeah, like if you've seen this kind of movie, you kind of know where it goes. It just follows the trail of Harvey Weinstein's sex scandals, and I did the research on this. And as far as I could tell, almost all of it's pretty accurate. I think they said the only details they really changed were just like they made some emails, phone calls, because phone calls are more interesting to watch. Which is like, yeah, that's fair.
Phone calls are more dramatic in a story like this.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, yeah, that tracks. I can see that. That's a fair logical point. But anyway, enough for the straight white male. What did you think?
I found it very engrossing and enthralling. I was simultaneously disgusted by how embedded and not accepted, but just enabled these practices are in multiple industries. Like a whole system is set up to perpetuate it. So watching this, I was appalled by that. I was riveted by Zoe Kazan and the actress who played Megan Twohey, whose name I don't know or can't remember right now because I too am tired. I really liked their co-lead in this, or them as a team of co-leads in this film. I was engrossed in their family and professional as they pursued this story and how much they cared about it and stuck with it. And I thought the movie had a very compelling musical score. I liked that it was very string heavy, just kind of subtly haunting while they were going hither and yonder, looking for evidence and to support their suspicions.
Oh, sorry, I think I lost you a second there.
Supported story.
Oh, we lost Sarah. Hold on. There you go. Oh, nope.
Had evidence.
Hold on, Sarah, you're dropping in and out here.
Oh, great.
Okay, you're gonna have to go back a bit. What was that last bit?
About how they made sure that they didn't print the story until they had evidence. How they continued to persevere and uh, do basically a professional job and in factual reporting.
No, that's like those are all good points. Yeah, like this movie that's definitely focusing very much on women's issues, which is always why it's weird for me to talk about them. It's kind of like when we did Probably Seen Young Woman last year, which is also who is one of the leads in this movie. I noticed.
Oh, is that Emerald Fennel or
I don't remember her name. I just know she was in that movie too.
okay.
But yeah, no, like in the like
Yeah, I think she plays Megan Toohey. Now that you mentioned that,
yeah, no, it's definitely her.
she also looks good with brown hair.
And like this movie is very like even by like director's intent, it's very clearly about women's issues, even talking about like postpartum depression, post pregnancy, which is like very common. Although not something
Yes.
I will claim to have any kind of expertise on for obvious reasons.
Nor I, because I am too old to have children biologically, even if I did want to deprive myself of more sleep.
Fair. I probably still could, but anyway, none of business. Anyway, where was I going with this? So yeah, a lot of it, the story being around
Women's
that,
issues.
and a lot of the conversations about the systemic abuses of male power
Yes.
in the especially in the entertainment industry. And I've definitely talked to some people on the inside who have told me stories. And it's like a very open secret, how open this shit is abused. And like I said, it's definitely debatable now how much impact the Me Too movement has had on the overall systemic abuse of the system. Unfortunately, it's probably not enough. It's
No,
definitely better than it
it's
was.
not enough. It's definitely still very much a work in progress and not something that has ended or is complete or finished by any means.
No.
It's going to be an ongoing struggle that those who want to make change will have to continue to advocate for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I feel like I don't have too much to say about this again, mostly because I'm lightheaded. But I think it is to say like this.
Well, did you like this film?
No, I did. I really liked it. I thought it was very, very good. And that's what I was getting to. Like
Okay.
it was very good. It did exactly what a movie like this should do. It was very well paced. It presented the information succinctly, and there were numerous times when they just kind of they had extended sequences of just hotel rooms and while these audios of these stories play out, and just kind of let your imagination fill in the
Yes.
blanks, and all the horrifying
Which
details that are,
was
and all
which
that
was very
imagery,
eerie.
yeah, or lack thereof, is very effective.
Yes.
And yeah, overall it is an excellent film, and I'm glad I didn't make my way to go see it, even though I'm pretty sure that's how I got fucking COVID. But because of the group of fucking teenagers in the back. But
Oh no.
it doesn't matter now. What's done is done.
Well, as as of now, this would probably fall somewhere in my top 10 of the movies I've seen.
Yeah, it probably fell on mine too. But that's a January problem. I don't have the energy for that right now.
No, but if it is still playing in your area and you do like investigative journalism films, I would definitely recommend this.
Yeah, I would too. I apologize. It's a little on the short side for you guys. Like I said, there's just a lot going on, and I'm hanging on by a fucking thread. Well, my body's actively trying to kill me.
Um. Oh,
What
please,
was that?
don't die.
Not if I can help it. Ugh.
You're too stubborn for that.
I'm extremely stubborn. Yeah. But yeah, so obviously while I'm sick with COVID, I'm probably not gonna go to the theater anytime soon. So you may just bear with me for a bit while I recover and eventually get back to things. Right now, everything is out and I just don't have the time or the energy to see everything. So I'll do the best I can. That's all I can do. And yeah, I got nothing. Is there anything other particular topic about something you wanted to touch on, Sarah, before we take off? Don't feel like I'm trying to rush you to close. I'm just not.
I understand. Good editing, good score, good directing, good cast, good performances, good movie. See it if you can.
Indubitably. All right, I'm gonna go pass out. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye.